Riverbank Stadium in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, a good matchup here in the AFC. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. That's Cam Little set to start this. Off we go from the Sunshine State. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They are led by their quarterback
who can't let go of the pass. He is still capable of playing at an all-pro level, and if he continues to do so, any team he's on is going to be a Super Bowl contender.
And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
They'll run. This is Jalen Warren. And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. This time it's the veteran Eric Armstead on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, Rodgers. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
It's third down. And 9 yards to go.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. 14 yards on that pass play there. That's a Steeler first down.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Pittsburgh.
The master of play action, Rodgers. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here. They force the INT on the game's opening drive.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. In motion comes Thomas. Here's Lawrence to throw right away. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
Brings up 2nd and
Looked like a
14
pass protection
at the
breakdown. They
18-yard
had
line.
5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. They'll run. It's the man from Virginia Tech, Facial Tootin. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line line of scrimmage, and that's all.
It's now third and
Well, they've got him
15.
going backwards now, Mike, and this is a worrying trend. We've seen it now the last 2 plays. They have to be able to generate some leverage at the point of attack. Count on positive yardage in the run game.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's complete to his running back, Bashal Tutin. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
That's a very nice return. He is giving the offense a short field. Steelers offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points in this contest. And they'll begin 1st and 10. Play fake. It's Rodgers. Off-balance throw. It's complete. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 36-yard line.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now it's a bootleg with Rodgers. This one is complete to DK Metcalf. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That's good.
First grab for Metcalf. Good for the first down.
Nice play design here by the offensive coordinator. His ability to get the quarterback outside the pocket, take some stress off the protection. By the time he reaches the launch point, the receiver's running wide open downfield, and he puts the ball right on the money.
They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. He's taken down just shy of the 10. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Steeler first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
First carry now for Rico Dowdle. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll run the toss with Warren. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
He was brought down by Travis Hunter. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun, Rodgers. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Aaron Rodgers. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chris Boswell on for the point after. He's got it. And the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead.
7. Jaguars nothing.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. This drive begins with a run by Chooton. Down the sideline, past the 40. And he is going to run it all the way down near the red zone. A big play for Jacksonville.
It's a gain of
52 yards.
And the Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
This play all starts up front, Mike. Their ability to get him into the secondary. From there, it's just his speed and open field running that leads to the big game.
They go play action for Lawrence. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Set up the screen here for Chooton. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
16 yards. That's good for a Jaguars first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll send their tight end left. Here's a run. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now here's 2nd and goal. Here's Lawrence. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Big play coming up. 3rd and goal. Lawrence. That is caught to the goal line and in. Brenton Strange. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Jaguars will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. The return starts from the 5, and he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. First down for Aaron. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
Incomplete.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Second down, Rodgers. He'll step up and run this. What a good choice to get out and run. That's a pickup of 18 and a first down.
18. That's good for a Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39. They come up on first and 10. They'll run the draw with Warren. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
Brought down at the 45-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 4. Once again, it's Warren. And he's going to have that first down across midfield and down to the 46-yard line.
9 yards. And the Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Warren. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 16 yards. That's a Steeler first down.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. And a Steeler first down.
Here's a carry for Dowdle. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. It is third and long. To throw is Rodgers. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
6 yards.
Seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is. And he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch. And even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Chris Boswell.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Lawrence going to give it to Tinton. Past the 45. Still going. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That was some kind of run, Greg. We saw him break a tackle and then use his elusiveness to get to the end zone for the score.
Mike, for me, it's all watching his feet. I mean, look at him work. His ability to make guys miss in the open field is special. And I'll tell you what, that play, that was something to watch.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Jaguars are on top. It's 14-10.
Jaguars 14. Steelers 10.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This returnable from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
A-Rod now to throw on 1st down. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
Now down, and it'll be taken down with the 1st down as time will run out on this opening quarter. 1 quarter in the books. 14-10 is our score. And we'll have more from Jacksonville after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one, and that will lead to a second down. Rodgers now. Finding the open man, that's Pittman. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and
7. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to look for the home run ball. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
On the coverage defensively.
On 4th down, here's Cameron Johnston to punt for Pittsburgh. Parker Washington is deep for Jacksonville. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Jaguars offense and their running back, Bashal Tootin, heading back for their next possession. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete.
He's trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength.
2nd down, Lawrence. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Third and long. Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Pass intended for Jacoby Myers. Incomplete. He was defended by Brandon Echols.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Steelers offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a 1st down. On the ground, this is Warren, and he is putting in the work, dancing inside the 40-yard line, a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Rodgers. Able to find Pittman. It's complete. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8
yards. That's good for a Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Rodgers. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
15 yards.
That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Steelers.
A run out of the gun with Warren. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Ventrell Miller on the stop. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Throwing it out wide, and Metcalf has it. And a nice gain there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up 3rd down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He'll try to run for it, and he will have a Steelers 1st down. Won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3. But that mark shows 1st down.
1st down.
3rd and short. You think this ball's expected to come out quick, but when all the receivers were taken away, he decides to make a break for it. He doesn't get a whole lot, but what he gets is just enough to move the chains.
Here's Warren. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Jaylen Warren. Touchdown, Steelers. On for the extra point is Boswell. He's got it, and the Steelers move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14.
Jaguars 14.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jaguars offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. On the ground, it's Tootin to start the drive. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got a man. That's Travis Hunter. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
It's a
gain there of 11. First down, Jacksonville.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A run here. It's Chris Rodriguez. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
Jaguars, first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Lawrence out to Hunter. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the Steelers' 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and 8. Now here's Lawrence. He'll try to set up the screen here. This one will be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
A loss of 2 brings up third and 10.
Here's a third and 10. Man in motion here is Washington. Lawrence from the gun here on third down. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's into the hands of T.J. Watt. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Those simple routes over the middle, Mike. Well, to the quarterback, they're not always so simple. I'll tell you why. There's a lot of bodies in the middle of the field. There's a lot of traffic. Those windows are hard to navigate the ball through safely. So what happens? Well, you saw it there. It's a prime area for throws to be intercepted.
The Steelers' offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a first and 10. On play action, Rodgers. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
And there's a great example of the pressure altering the quarterback's plan. They need to continue to get him off his spot, continue to make him speed through those progressions. I think if they can continue to do that, they're going to find good success.
Now a second down throw from Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
A gain of 19
Good
yards.
work after the catch. They gain 19 yards and a first down.
First and 10.
Yes, it's really well executed here, and you see this in so many offenses around the league, Mike. These slant routes are either built in or what they call hot routes or sight routes. The receiver sees the blitz, and they break their route off. It gives an easy target for the quarterback, and it gives great opportunity for run after catch.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6. 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's second and 6. Again, it's Rodgers. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
This is third and 6. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. He'll try and get there on the ground.
A 7-yard gain.
You could tell pretty quickly that when this quarterback decided to pull it down himself, Mike, he knew exactly where that first down marker was. That's a great effort. He didn't get it by much, but it's a good spot, and it gets him the first down.
A carry here for Warren. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Foye Aluakun with the play.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 7. The master of play action, Rodgers. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They'll run straight ahead with Warren. And the Steelers are going to have it 1st and goal. He'll take this down to about the 3.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. After this timeout, ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. From the gun, Rodgers. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
That 1st and goal sack now changes everything defensively. Mike, you imagine that you're in a 4-down territory where the offense is going to try to take advantage of the field position and punch it in over the goal line. Now, can you hold up on 2nd and 3rd down and come away with forcing a field goal, which in this situation, I think is a huge win.
The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Now Rodgers. A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to 3rd and goal.
Nice rep here by the defense. They go man coverage, takes away all the threats downfield, and with nothing open, he has no choice but just kind of throw a contested ball, hope for the best, and just falls incomplete.
3rd and goal for Aaron Rodgers. And he just gets rid of this one. To the sideline, it is incomplete. He did not want to throw the interception there. And now it is 4th down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Makes the score Steelers 20, Jaguars 14.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. The Jags offense ready to get back at it. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. The
inside's getting involved in the pass rush, Mike, and so many of these interior defensive linemen are known for their run defense. Well, not this guy. He wins on the inside quick, and he's able to bring the quarterback down for the sack.
Here's a 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
3rd and long. Back to throw. Lawrence. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Steelers' offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. And he has been the focal point of this offense. When you get a performance like this, you can almost invariably know the offensive line's been stellar. And they have been so far. Off the play fake, Rodgers. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Rodgers here on 2nd down. That's out wide to Warren. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. The clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Steelers 1st down.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
13 more yards.
13 pretty lucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. And another 1st down.
1st and 10.
And now the Steelers are going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. First and 10. Rodgers going up top again. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
3-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
3rd and long, obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come third down.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Steelers going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Chris Boswell to kick
3
off for
seconds,
Pittsburgh.
all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. And he will not attempt to return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Lawrence now to throw on first down. He's going to let one go, looking for Myers. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. A return now from the 4. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Jaguars offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. Lawrence. Quick slant. He's got Hunter. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
That's good for a Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard
Great pre-snap
line.
identification by the quarterback, realizing that the blitz was coming and exactly where the soft spot in the defense would be. He's able to put that slant route right on the front shoulder pad of his receiver. Leads to a real nice run after catch and brings up first down.
There's a short one. He's got Strange. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. Play action now. It's Lawrence. Open right side. That's Strange, the tight end. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Third and 3.
Lawrence now. To check this down to Cheaton out of the backfield. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
And the Jaguars first down. First and 10.
You get so caught up defending all of these weapons all over the field, and it's sometimes really easy to forget about the back. And in this case, the quarterback does a nice job just dropping the ball off in his check down, and he lets him do the rest.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
Second down, Lawrence. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
Sacks are drive killers. And again, sacks in my mind are more of a quarterback stat than they are an offensive line stat. You have to have a clock in your head to understand where the weakness of the protection is, where I got to go with the ball if I'm hot, and at the end of the day, just get the ball out of your hand.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Jaguars ready to punt this one away. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Steelers offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. The cushion is 9 as they begin this drive with first and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
Brings up second and 9 at the 38-yard line.
Play action now with Rodgers. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
On third down, Rodgers. He gets this one complete to Pittman. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. That is a big-time play for the Steelers. 32 yards.
It's a gain of 32. First down, Steelers.
I think they saw something earlier in the game that showed some vulnerabilities in the deep defensive coverage. Then the execution, not only for the route runners to be in the right spot, but then for the quarterback to find his matchup, find the space and the breakdown of the coverage, and put that ball on target and lead to the big game.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the Jaguars' 27-yard line.
They'll come up on a second and 7 from the 27. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On play action, Rodgers. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. That is Josh Hines Allen from his defensive end spot to record the sack.
The best play-action teams, Mike, what they do so well is they make every play before the snap look the same, whether it is run or whether it is pass. And making the defense have to identify and respect both options, that's the key to play-action. Down and distance and pre-snap identification. If all those things are right, you don't even have to be that good of a run team to be very good on play-action.
3rd and long for Rodgers. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
I remember being around a lot of really good high-level linebackers, and what they used to say, Mike, is we're not going to guard the check down, but we're going to punish the check down, especially if that running back's going to catch the ball with his back facing the defense. They're saying, you might catch it, but we are going to make you pay every single time. And I know he's got a few catches throughout the course of the game, but they're continuing to be physical with him, and they're going to make it more and more challenging.
Automatic 1st down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll run the toss with Warren. And it'll be forced out of bounds just a couple yards short of a 1st down. That's a pickup of 8.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. A run up the middle with Warren. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for 1st down, 1st and goal.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Steelers, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That is caught, and he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here now, 2nd down and goal. Warren will score. Touchdown, Steelers.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Two-point try coming up. Rodgers and the offense all set.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point
From the gun, Rodgers. That's going to wind up incomplete. They tried for 2, and it does not pan out.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. First down throw for Lawrence. A looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On the give, it's Tootin. Has an opening past the 40. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Gain of 19 yards.
A 19-yard pickup there. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Another run here with Tootin. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's 19 yards for the 2nd straight play. They are rolling. Another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Right back to Tootin. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Steelers' 35-yard line.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That one swung out wide to Allen. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
To throw is Lawrence. That'll be caught. It's Hunter. It's a gain of 19 in the air. First down, Jacksonville.
Jaguars, first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 8-yard line.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Up the middle, here is Tootin. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
And the Jaguars, first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Tootin goes over the top and into the end zone. Touchdown. Little on now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Jaguars are back within 1 score. It is an 8-point game.
Jaguars 21.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Off the play fake, Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth.
Rodgers pass complete to Pat Freiermuth. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 11. From the shotgun, A-Rod. Metcalf left side, he's got it. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Well, we sit up here all the time and we try to break down why certain plays work or don't work. Well, this one's not real tricky. I mean, he just simply needs to catch the ball. I mean, that close to the first down chain, if he just catches that ball and turns upfield, they extend this drive. He's got to come over to the sideline, take a deep breath, tell his guys, hey, man, that's on me. And he's got to go out and make that next play because his team's going to need him to play better as the rest of this game continues.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. That's to Hunter. He's got it right side. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 6. Lawrence. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
They get 14 on that hookup. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Run over center now with 2. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 30.
28 more yards.
They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Oh, he overshoots him. Could have been a touchdown. Instead, just goes down as an incomplete.
I love taking a shot downfield, especially after that previous play results in such a long run. I mean, the ability to create an explosive offense both on the ground and through the air. That's what every single team strives for in the NFL, and I like the way this possession's working out.
gets his on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Jacoby Myers, incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Lawrence. He connects with the open man. That's Myers. And he will score. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Jaguars. Greg, how often do we say it's a one-possession game, but that's a 2-part story? Part 1 taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a one-score game. They need this 2-point conversion here to tie it up.
Pivotal moment here for the Jaguars. They're going to go for 2.
The Jaguars will
They're going to try to run it in. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game is tied.
Everybody's looking to end every drive with 6, but when you can turn that 6 into 8, man, what a confidence boost coming off the field, and they're going to force their opponent now to start chasing.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Johnson now to return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive, which starts with 1st down. Slant. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
It's a gain of 11.
They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, 4th quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't believe it. Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
At the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers to throw. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. We're going to take possession here just shy of the 20.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Jaguars offense and their running back, Bashal Tootin, heading back for their next possession. We're all even, 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage, and they'll start with 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. This pass is caught by Thomas. And he's going to be marked out up around the 33. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
Lawrence going to give it to Jitten. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Lawrence. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius, unable to connect. Little letdown here for the tight end community, Mike.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Jacoby Myers.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away. Important punt here in this tie game late. Taken at the 19. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Steelers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Play action now with Rodgers. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Now Rodgers. He finds his man. It's Skoranek. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page and the ball falls incomplete.
Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready for this next possession. Begins with a run by Shoot, and he'll get about 5.
The tackle by Brandon Echols. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34, here's 2nd and 4. yards now. Man, it's Thomas. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
We'll try the right side with Chipman. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Green on the tackle. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Handoff. It's Chipman. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
To throw is Lawrence. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth where the receivers say, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit.
The Steelers offense ready to take over possession of the football. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
A gain of 15 and a Steeler first down.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. Metcalf makes the grab again. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. This duo, dynamite. 18 yards on that connection and another first.
18 on the play.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup and get a fresh set of downs.
And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 2. Rodgers going up top again. Right back to Warren again. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
That's another.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Going to wind up incomplete.
Greg Newsome on the coverage defensively.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. Again, it's Rodgers. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
You air it out like that on these big shots downfield. They're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter. So they lead by 3 here in this fourth quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jags offense and their running back, Bashal Tootin, heading back for their next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. On first down, they'll go with Tootin. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. In motion is Hunter. Lawrence now on second down. Set up the screen here for Tootin. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. That screen goes for 12. And that's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now here's Lawrence. Now here comes the screen to Rodriguez. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. It'll be a gain of 10 and just enough to move the chains. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. In motion is Hunter. On first down, Lawrence. Caught by Hunter. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
Pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Now, 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. He's got Myers on the completion. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Second down, Lawrence. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Ties the game.
Tie game. Still break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Steelers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. The shotgun, it's A-Rod. There's a short one caught by Firemouth. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. Clock is stopped, 55 seconds remaining here in the game.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. Rodgers. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Rodgers. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. That's caught. Right side, it's Firemouth. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one's good for 15 and a 1st down.
A clutch throw here to keep their chances alive. Tie ball game as they approach midfield now. They've got to keep an eye on the clock. They've got to find a way to get this ball into field goal range, stop the clock, and see if you're kicked.
That ball intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Jaguars are going to take possession.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for their effort.
The Jaguars offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll stick to the ground. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. Now on 2nd and long. In motion is Hunter. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He's got it downfield. Myers the connection. They're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This offense still has the one timeout to use. 1st and 10 coming up now. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Looking middle, and he spots Hunter there. They'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. They get 22 yards there. 1st down, Jacksonville. Now, timeout called. Let's see, you're looking at a long field goal try from here, where this might be one final heave to the end zone. So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to win the game. Now, Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
For the field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
Got the distance, and it's good! He knocks it through from long range. And that very likely will be a game winner.
And that's just got to be a great feeling over on that sideline, Mike. I mean, an excellent job by this offense to give yourself a chance to win it. And then this kick. I mean, what's left to be said? It was never in doubt, and it's going to lead this team to a victory.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Here we go. One final play. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Eric Murray. And the Jaguars are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So it's a win here for the Jaguars. What a finish to this one. The defense comes up with the interception in clutch time to seal it on the final play, and the defense walks off the field with the victory for their team. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Jaguars are the winners here at home as we say, so long from Jacksonville.